But when you dig into something enough and it's the information's there, it's hard to turn away from. And your logical brain's going, no, dude, this can't be real. But then you look further. So that's how giants and all this weird shit.
My logical
for
brain,
me,
literally, we were
listening. It's like, what? No, there's no way.
Betty and Barney Hill was the first one for me that made it all connect.
Yeah.
Betty and Barney Hill abduction.
Yep.
That they were mushrooms, or some of them are fungi based.
Yeah.
Some of these creatures we're seeing are actually atmospheric fungus.
Why do you say that about Betty and Barney Hill?
Well, their recounts when they were hypnotized and what they were seeing.
Well, what we went off of was the Men in Black questioning immediately after.
Mm-hmm.
In the 60s and 70s, they were asking if you were missing any nitrates. And Barney Hill was like, well, what the hell's a nitrate?
Right.
And he's like, well, fertilizer, processed meats, stuff like that. And he's like, I did. I had 400 pounds of fertilizer in the trunk. And he's like, well, do you still have it? No, it's gone. And then they stopped questioning. They wouldn't go back to the questioning. There was a hot dog vendor, or a hot dog truck guy that did, like, he was missing like 10,000 pounds of hot dogs.
Stop. This is all. So, okay. There's a little segue that's going to roll back into this in a weird way. Stranger Things. I just rewatched it again. I've seen it in the last season. Sorry if I'm spoiling it for anybody that hasn't watched it. I don't care. I do care. But the last season is everybody's eating this fertilizer.
See, I haven't watched the last season.
Seen this?
Oh yeah,
but it's a hive mind of all these.
Yeah, it's a fungus,
things.
Probably.
And they're getting
they're eating this fertilizer.
Trying to transform.
I have never heard that in my life.
Tremors,
hundreds of Men in Black.
Tremors 3.
Questionings.
That's part of the storyline in Tremors 3.
I've never seen Tremors 3.
When they change into the butt blasters. Like, I've watched every Tremors movie ever made.
I've seen 1 and 2.
There's 12 of them.
Oh, I did not know that.
100%.
The last one was the...
they get worse and worse as time goes on.
Shrieker Island.
Shrieker Island. That's the third one.
Is Kevin Bacon any more than 1 and 2?
No, he's only in
no
1
and 2.
But the other dude is one of the main characters.
Okay.
The dude with all the guns with Reba McEntire. He's in
basically
every
the Dale Gribble guy.
Dale Gribble, yeah. It becomes his series. It does.
It becomes his series. But those creatures to change into like in Tremors 2, they turn into the snakes, into the little, they branch off, and the one big worm makes the 3 they make 3 more of these smaller ones that are like all they see in infrared, kind of like the Predator. But then in the third one, or Shrieker Island, they eat fertilizer, and they eat like engine parts and shit like that.
Because it's not food to you, but it's food to something else.
Right.
We have creatures right now that eat steel and titanium.
Yeah.
They love it. They have a digestive system. They can break that down in for organic nutrients.
Yeah.
So odd food sources can really point into a branch in the family tree.
Right.
So with nitrogen and any nitrates,
fertilizer,
the hot dogs. Like I use that guy because he got abducted, and he came back, and all the hot dogs in his whole semi were gone. And he's like, well, what the hell? They were talking to me, telling me I was special. They just took the hot dogs.
Got robbed.
Told me I was special.
The hot dog cart got interstellar robbed.
The 70s,
that's
and a little
bad.
bit in the 80s.
A lot of nitrates in the hot dog.
encounters.
We're
I've
eating
never
that
heard
shit.
anything about that before. That's really strange.
But
I mean, it makes sense.
It wasn't just them. It was that whole time period they were asking that question.
Yeah, the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. All the Men in Black that were coming back and questioning abductees, that was always on their roster of questions.
Question, yeah.
They're not, most time it didn't come back to it, but a couple of these cases, it's like, well, yeah, I did, but I don't know what happened to it.